weekend. Your weekend starts here. Classic 105, Hot 98. Blossy Bloss, Gary, Mr. Smooth. We on the inside, big and bold. Good morning, Gary.
Morning, Blossy Bloss.
How art
What's
thou?
going on?
I'm good. What go?
Thou art fine, man. The weekend is here.
Yep. And it
Thank
starts
God it's
right
Friday,
here.
buddy.
Amen. We get a nice rest. It's the last work day of the work week for most of us. There are still some people
For
who...
most.
Most
Not
of us.
everybody.
Not everybody. Some people had to get up tomorrow, please a lot, unfortunately. Don't watch that. Don't watch that.
Unfortunately.
Don't watch that. I'll take a little extra hour rest just on your behalf tomorrow morning, God willing. Bless up all yourselves. It's now 26 minutes on to 7 o'clock. It's Classic 105, Hot 98, whichever platform you're using to join us on the program this morning.
This morning, yeah.
It's Friday. It's Friday. When you see...
You drank coffee this morning?
When you see the weekend coming over the Himalayas, you can't help but get a little excited. Yep.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
That's
Tell
what's
me about
happening.
it.
We're going to take a break, and then we're coming back inside with some more vibes. Don't touch that dial. Good morning, Grenada. We'll be right back.
Hey man, when we come online, you only juking up the phone.
Yeah, boy. Now, as I say, they have an app. I can't find it. I check Play Store. I do a Google search. I can't find it. Man, I get fed up, man.
Nah man, because you look in the wrong place. The app is web-based. You access it via your web browser, right? You can add it to your home screen or your desktop, like any regular app. Watch, look, I have it on my phone, right? And you can access it or add it to any device, your computer, your tablet, any device.
Well, how are doing that and I can't find it?
All you have to do is open your browser, right? And type mobile.nawasa.gd. And voila, you see?
Just so?
Yes, and you can download it or access it via the web. Once you have a reliable internet connection, right, you can run the app anywhere, anytime.
So, how I adding that to my home screen?
You click on those three dots, right, or your web browser setting, and look for the option to install app or add to home screen. Easy peasy. The Nawasa app is versatile, fast-paced, and always up to date because it's web-based. Once a change is made to the app, it updates automatically, no hassle.
Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
The stage is set. The anticipation is high. As we get ready for a night of love. Saturday, May 7th at the National Cricket Stadium. Lovers of reggae, we welcome back to the Spice Isle, the electrifying Taurus Riley. With full live band. Together with Dean Fraser on sax. Known for his energetic performance, lovers of dancehall, we welcome on stage Stylo G. From the 4th Jenna Camp, Governor. Also featuring local stars Dash, Vaughn, and Valley Ned. Get your early bird tickets for $100. Available at the usual Sunshine Promotion outlets and online at GoToFect.com. Stay connected to our social media pages for details on our stage side VIP. Gates open at 8 p.m. Showtime 10 p.m. It's a night of love. Brought to you by Sunshine Promotions.
It's Friday. Let me hail up, big up, bless up, and send some good morning wishes to all of you joining us. Those of you on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11, and 20, and the loyal listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7. Blossy Bloss, Gary, Mr. Smooth, we on the inside, big and bold.
Yes, sir.
I love the phrase. Good morning, hot listeners. Hope you're having a great start to the Friday. You're in the hands of the one and only Mr. Smooth. So I ain't worried. I ain't worried. I know the things start sticky, ain't it? It start good for all.
So definitely.
Yes.
Roll it off?
Yeah, man. Let's go. COVID-19 dashboard. You all know we always have to give you an update on COVID-19, and this morning the expectations of the High number of confirmed cases continues. The dashboard released as of last night shows 165 new COVID-19 cases, which brings our number of active cases to 729. We are slowly but surely increasing. So that's 729 active cases. There are currently 6 people in hospital, 3 of them moderately ill and 3 of them severely ill.
I know, but slowly but surely, though.
Well, it's compared to previous
seems to be
outbreaks,
a little bit faster than slowly.
Compared to previous outbreaks that we've had, 165 is sad to say,
Triple
but
digits
it's not so bad.
The third straight day.
We've had 200 and something in one day already. So we've had 300 and something in one day already. So compared to previous
Triple
outbreaks,
digits in the last 3 days. That's an alarming number right there.
I agree with you, though. I agree with you. It's sticky. Confirmed cases since March 2020, 15,303. We've had 14,354 recoveries since then, though. But our active cases are at 729 currently. Cumulative deaths still stand at 220. So that's the latest COVID-19 dashboard from the Ministry of Health as of yesterday. So please, everybody, employ your own personal COVID-19 restrictions. The virus is still very much out there and still wreaking havoc. The WHO actually has said the number of deaths that have been recorded is far below what they anticipate. I think they anticipate that there have been 5 million more than what the records show. Something like that, the figures show, but it's...
So there's been some inaccuracies.
Yeah, I think some countries are not being honest, while some deaths have gone unrecorded as COVID-19. Some countries, I believe, are not taking proper records, so I think it's a mixture of not taking proper records, dishonesty. You don't want to be one of the countries with the highest rates. So it's a lot of things. The WHO says India has the highest rate. India says not so fast, we don't have that many. That was up until this morning. So the battle over the deaths continue worldwide.
It's amazing, eh?
It is. It very much is. All right. Word of the day time.
We on the inside.
We on the inside. Big and bold. Don't forget big and bold part.
Big and bold.
Big and bold.
Good morning, Grenada. Don't forget to share up the live.
Share the live. Let your friends and family know that Good Morning Grenada has started. And we're going to get into the word of the day. This morning's word of the day is abeyance. Abeyance. It's spelled A-B-E-Y-A-N-C-E. Abeyance. It's a noun which means a state of temporary inactivity. The word itself is commonly preceded by the preposition in. In abeyance? Okay. Let me give you an example of the word. The misdemeanor charges are in abeyance while the suspect is being prosecuted for the felony. Another example of the use of the word, the consensus of analysis is that the crisis may be in abeyance for the moment, but is far from over. That's the word of the day, abeyance, A-B-E-Y-A-N-C-E, a noun which means a state of temporary inactivity. The word itself is commonly preceded by the preposition in. So you're always in abeyance, temporary inactivity. All right.
There you go. Not to be confused with the word obedience.
Exactly. So please don't get them confused. Thought of the day, Gary?
Thought of the day. Let's jump straight into it. Do something every day to move forward. Your goal. Get going and keep going. Just do it. What you waiting on? Stop procrastinating.
I like it. Do something every day.
Plain simple and to the point.
Move toward your goal. Whatever that goal is, keep trekking. Even if it's one step you take, keep going. Get going and keep going.
Yep.
I like it. So that's your motivation for today, for the weekend actually. Get going and keep going toward your goal.
Keep going. Don't ever stop.
Let's go straight to this morning's health tip. Which comes to you compliments our friends at Mitchell's Health and Wellness Pharmacy, where your family's health is our business. This morning's health tip: stand up. Sitting all day is bad for your health. Reducing your sitting time can improve your strength and balance while reducing your risk of chronic diseases. Try to stand up for 1 to 2 minutes every 30 minutes. So every half an hour, just take a little stretch, stand up and stretch for 1 minute, 2 minutes before you sit back down. I can attest to this. Sitting for long hours and a long...
Nice little stretch day.
A nice little stretch. But you had to get up and stretch, man.
Oh, okay.
Get up and stretch. Sitting for a while and truth can definitely, when you get up, your legs stiff, it's sleeping. You had to take a good, long, hard stretch in truth to stretch
Good,
out the
long,
hours.
hard one.
Yeah. When you had it, that kind of stretch by this, sir. So every
when
half
you
an hour.
stretch and you feel a bone realign somewhere in your lower back.
Yes. One never make your heart leap yet. You stretch and then you hear crick.
You're like, what is that?
What is it?
That old age. That's simply what it is.
Okay, we are going down in age because I hear that crack often.
Yeah, that's simply what it is. The joints need oiling, you know.
Yeah. A little
Bolts need
WD-40.
changing, you know, suspension going bad.
So to lessen the effects of the old age, every half an hour, get up from your desk, especially when you're in front of a computer all day. Get up from your desk and take a stretch, even if it's a walk across the office floor, a walk to get some water, a walk to get some fresh breeze outside. Just get up every half an hour for a minute or two, take a little stretch, and then come back to the people's job. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, riddle time, Gary. Drop it on us.
Drop it on this morning, but
listen, I'm playing it, man. Drop it on us.
Right.
Let me go.
Riddle this morning comes to you courtesy of our friends at Sleepy Diapers. Always for better. The all-natural, 100% cotton bamboo fiber diaper available at shops and supermarkets throughout the island. Carrick, you're not forgotten. All right, ready for it?
Yes. Hold on. I had to get pen and paper just in case. Let me go.
Penny has 5 children. The first is named January. Second is February. The third is called March. Fourth is April. What is the name of the fifth?
Okay. That song, there's a tie-up something somewhere. That song too easy, boy. I want to meditate.
Don't forget to share up the live, folks.
All right. Okay, Ollie. The brain stand to work. The brain stand to work. While the brain works...
Think about it, and think about it carefully.
Let's get ready for the morning edition of news. For those of you on radio and those of you on our visual platforms, highlights of last evening's newscast. It's another fantalocious Friday. You're tuned into Classic 105 Hot 98. Good morning, Grenada. Blossy Bloss, Gary, Mr. Smooth. We on the inside, big and bold.
Thanks for joining us. A stern warning for police officers found guilty of sexually assaulting their female peers. The cautionary note has come from Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin. This has been an age-old complaint within the force. We get details on this development story from Christina John.
The police high command summoned a meeting with female officers Wednesday to hear complaints in the absence of the media. He explained the outcome of that engagement.
I also announced at that meeting the formation of a focal point of 3 senior women. The lone superintendent female, which is the most senior female in the police force, the head of the special victims unit, and our staff officer, all of whom are female. This focal group has been advertised in the meeting for the females as the reference point and the go-to point to report any incident of ongoing issues of harassment or even instances in the past.
Who looks into the wrongdoings of the police? Shouldn't there be an independent body to investigate matters involving colleague officers? The question was posed to Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin during Thursday's media brief as the concern of transparency with allegations of sexual misconduct was brought to the fore.
To date, I do not know, and I have not had any challenges anywhere about the weakness, the inappropriateness, the incompleteness or the lack of competencies by our investigators. I think our investigators has done an admirable job in investigating all matters brought before them, including matters against police officers. Said that, I do know in public spheres and in many other jurisdictions the issue of having independent investigation of the police. I think that is a fashionable thing that person has, and maybe it has some sense, and I've said this before, some sense of merit in looking into it, but I cannot say that looking into it has merit because the police investigations have been deficient.
This follows recent reports of allegations by female officers who claim they feel violated by acts of sexual misconduct or harassment by some of their male colleagues. The head of police admits that there have been instances of such acts.
The cases that I've referred to, the cases that persons are suspended for such acts, are junior officers. And I believe that those cases, notwithstanding the claim that the matter has not been addressed in the police force, might be carried by the very said media houses that is saying that the matter has not been addressed. In the engagement with my females yesterday, they did indicate in some way of instances involving senior officers.
Dating back to 8 years ago, action of inappropriateness by the police came under the microscope, with some being prosecuted for violations.
To date, and dating back from 2014, a total of 8 officers have been charged with criminal-related incidents of sexual crimes, two of which are internal. Of those 8 cases, 4 have been concluded by the court and officers have been dismissed, one of whom is serving a sentence at a Majesty's prison.
The focus group will also be tasked with the training of officers on what is expected, accepted, and not accepted within the Royal Grenada Police Force. Christelina John, GBN News.
Coast Guard officers involved in a boating incident have been sent on leave pending the outcome of investigations. The regional security system has been co-opted to assist with the probe. 22-year-old Kimon Bell died following the run-in with the Coast Guard unit. We toggle back to Christelina John for another report from this morning's media briefing.
Officers involved in the Coast Guard incident 2 Sundays ago have been relieved from active duty as investigations have begun into the death of Woburn resident Kimon Bell. Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin addressed the issue during Thursday morning's media brief.
The officers involved in this incident, that part of the police patrol vessel at that point in time, are not on active duty, as they too experienced trauma out of the incident, and also we want them to be far away from the process of investigation to afford an added layer of comfort for transparency in the investigative process.
As a means of ensuring transparency into the investigation, the Police High Command disclosed that regional investigators were brought in, however, excluded the involvement of any official from the Grenada Coast Guard, as they are the subject of the investigation.
We've had 2 investigators from RSS arriving on island on Monday and working alongside our local investigators in addressing this matter. Why the RSS? Simply because for objectivity and transparency in the process of investigation, we did not want to request any support from the Maritime Administration for expertise, as the Maritime Administration is also carrying out its independent investigation in this matter, separate and apart from the efforts of the police.
He explained what will follow based on the findings of this investigation.
I must indicate as well that at every stage of this process and decisions taken in the process, the Director of Public Prosecution has been consulted and engaged. A Upon completion of the investigation on the police side, the file will be submitted to the DPP for consideration and his directive. It is important to note that any course of action to be taken in this matter will be decided by the DPP.
Commissioner Martin pleads for tranquility and good sense to prevail, allowing for a thorough investigation to be carried out. Meanwhile, the family and friends of Bell will stage another protest Friday morning, targeting the Coast Guard base. The parents of the deceased are adamant that they will not be silent until they get justice for their 22-year-old son. Last week's protest action in Tantin, St. George, had several altercations with police. Christelina John, GBN News.
Other news to report. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is calling for collaboration with the private sector to tackle issues that confront the general population. The rest of the details in this report.
The rising cost of living remains a challenge for people trying to make ends meet, and this has been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic and Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In his most recent national address, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell said that while the economy has continued along the way to recovery, government is still not seeing the pre-pandemic numbers.
Grenada, like all other countries around the world, continue to experience inflationary pressure on imported goods and services because of dreaded war in Europe. In the 2022 budget, government started to address this challenge by introducing a number of cost of living measures. But we have continued to examine ways in which we can further alleviate the financial burden on the population, particularly as it relates to food items.
In an attempt to combat significant impact on people, the Prime Minister called on the private sector to assist.
Government will soon roll out additional measures, and tonight, therefore, I'm appealing to the business community to partner with us when we do, to ensure that the benefit reaches the people in keeping with our intentions. Sisters and brothers, government continues its efforts to mitigate the impact of rising food prices. And therefore, we must embrace the opportunity to boost food production and become less dependent on imports and to improve our country's food security. We must focus more on growing what we eat and eating what we grow.
Prime Minister Mitchell said the government is determined to find fair solutions to complex problems.
There must be a greater understanding among competing interests in the society and an unshakable national unity that must bind us together so that we can better tackle today's challenges.
The Grenadian leader told the nation that as a people, we must choose to work together to find solutions that go beyond any political party, organization, or individual. He said people may disagree about many things, but the one thing we must all agree on is that the future is worth fighting for. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
Imagine having having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Political leader of the National Democratic Congress, Deacon Mitchell, has a pension plan. He announced it at a virtual town hall meeting on Wednesday. Top of his agenda, coming off the heels of International Workers' Day, are the issues relating to outstanding pension and gratuity, as well as workers' contributions to the National Insurance Scheme. Terry and Blackman Stephen followed the proceedings and sent this report.
Focused on the recent High Court judgment on pension for public officers and the recent national address delivered by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, the NDC leader opposed the establishment of an advisory committee on pension and instead suggested that government proceed to make payments to retirees effective from the date of the court judgment.
Addressing the pension payment for public workers is only the beginning of the process of transforming the working lives of Grenadians to ensure that upon their retirement, they in fact have a pension or a gratuity or can benefit from a retirement savings plan.
As he continues to outline the party's plans for the workers during the NDC's virtual town hall meeting on Wednesday, Mitchell shared his party's plans to make the pension payment if the NDC forms the next government.
Within 90 days of us assuming office, ascertain all of the public workers who are entitled to a pension. 2, ascertain how many of those workers have since passed to the great beyond so that we can assess the payment that has to be made to their estate.
While government sees the judgment on pension payment as having serious fiscal implications on the public's purse, the NDC looks on the positive side.
If $500 million is pumped into the economy of Grenada and placed in the hands of Grenadians, the first entity that will benefit from that is the government of Grenada. Because that money will be spent in Grenada. Our retirees will repair their homes, will be able to pay their bills, will be able to buy food, will be able to help their children and grandchildren go to school, study, etc. They will hire young people. They will create and make new businesses. All of that means the payment of VAT.
The regularization of contract workers is another issue the NDC intends to address.
The Congress commits to regularizing the status of contract workers who are working for the government and Imani workers who are working for the government within 12 months of assuming office.
Mitchell told the nation that what he seeks is a path for workers moving towards growth so that they can reap the benefits of their hard work upon retirement. In the interest of the workers, Mitchell called out the National Insurance Scheme to ensure that the government pays the NIS contribution of all its workers as mandated.
Like a pension, like a funeral death grant, be taken away from you by the government refusing to pay your NIS contributions. It is wrong, it is illegal, and the National Democratic Congress commits that on forming the next government, we will immediately cease the practice of requiring our employees to pay their own NIS.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
All right, this story to report. Lecturers at the Alexis-Welsh Community College were back on the picket line Thursday morning, but this time they were not alone as some students decided to lend their support. Albert Mitchell is calling on government to step in and bring some resolution to this long-standing issue of salary increases.
We feel at times that CC is like the bastard child. The child that when he does well, you praise him. But outside of that, doing well, when he goes on his daily life, you have no interaction with him. As my colleagues would have highlighted, that CC is a statutory body to some extent. But it is the government's responsibility to ensure, the Ministry of Education's responsibility to ensure that TAMCC functions as it should.
This week marks the second week since the lecturers at the Alexis-Welsh Community College started protest action. Mitchell said it is time to address the issues affecting the institution.
Let's do something for TAMCC. So I will ask the administration to really come forward and sit on the table. We have the collective bargaining agreement to address. Let us sit and discuss the collective bargaining agreement. The outstanding increments to be paid, let us settle that issue once and for all. TAMCC has a financing problem. We cannot raise fees because the ministry says we cannot raise fees. So what could we do to raise the financing, necessary financing? The council feels that their hands is tied because the directive from the ministry says that they cannot do certain things. So we would love for the ministry, for the Minister of Education to really step in and really have a word and address the issues as they should be addressed and not pacify it, because all is not well at TAMCC, especially administratively.
RENBEC Community Partnership Initiative, supporting education.
The project for our school is the expansion of the school feeding department and home economics department. Our previous kitchen area has been very small and sometimes it became congested. Therefore, we would like to say a heartfelt thank you to GrenLec for partnering with us in ensuring that we improve the quality of education that we provide here at Riverside Government School.
GrenLec, energizing our community.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
The most anticipated family fun-filled event on the GBN calendar is back. The Maggie King of the Grill. Join us on June 4th at Mont Rouge. Be part of the culinary masterpiece as the best grillers on island compete for the coveted title of the Maggie King of the Grill. Think you have what it takes? Be part of the action. June 4th. Book your spot. If not, step away from the grill. If you can't handle the heat.
Mention the wing high, then you have things like Manumos, Cross Combat, you know. We have the low power that.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11, K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada on another fantalocious Friday, 9 minutes after 7 o'clock. You're tuned into Classic 105 Hot 98. Blossy Bloss, Gary Mr. Smooth. We on the inside, big and bold. Those of you just joining us, happy to have you, whichever platform you're using on this goodly Friday morning. All right, Gary. I see some answers coming in for our riddle.
What's up?
Hell yeah.
Joseph, I ain't ready for you
guys. Joseph, hold on. We're coming to you shortly.
You're not busy more than I am.
Well, shortly should be now. Shortly taking too long.
You ain't busy more than I.
This man just want to just take over by this man.
For those of you hearing the voice, is the one and only JC this morning. He's just getting out of bed. We'll get to Joseph in a short while.
You better wait.
Yeah, you take your time.
I'm waiting.
Go and drink some tea still. Let's get to our riddle in the meantime. Give us over the question again, Gary.
Oh, the riddle, right?
Yes, the riddle.
All right, let's go for it. Penny has 5 children. The first is named January. The second kid is February. The third is called March. And fourth is April. What is the name of the fifth? All right.
All right, let me start by Facebook. I saw a few answers by Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, riddle of the day, what? Another says, Gary, what is the name of this 5th child? What? Let me see. We have a caller in the meantime. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning.
How you do?
I'm good for the time being. How are you?
I can't complain at all, you know. I'm good.
I see that on the face one. I see that.
So you have the answer to the riddle?
Yes, thank you.
What do you think it is?
What?
You think it's what?
Yes, it is.
All right. Okay. Hold on to that there still then. Thank you.
All right.
All right. All right. And then now let's go to the people who can actually win a prize this morning. Our WhatsAppers. So this person sent in just a voice note.
The answer is me.
Okay. This person says the answer is me. This voice noter.
The 5th child name is what?
All right, the 5th child's name is what? Hold on, I'm going through all of our voice notes.
The 5th child name
is what? I think I went through this one. This person says the name of the 5th son, his name is what? The name of the 5th child is what? Good morning. What is the name of the child? And this person says...
Hello, my name is Karen Godin and answer is me.
And Karen says the answer is me. So I think that's all our answers this morning. But the person with voice notes and picture, let me send to Master Control in the meantime so he can pelt it up. That would be... wait, answer, Lord. There it is. This person here.
The 5th child name is what?
Okay, you didn't give me a name, baby, but you have the answer. What? Hold on, Timmy will pelt it up in a short while. But congratulations to this young man. Let me apologize to our winners for the past few days. I have not forwarded your contact information yet, but I'll do so today. I
wonder what's the cause of such transgression.
To be honest, old age, I just forget.
Okay.
Confession good for the soul. And there's the face of our winner this That's the face of our winner this morning. Congratulations, baby. Hold on. I see you have other answers. Let me see if I can get your name in one of the other voice notes.
I am Giovanni, and the answer is Friday.
Giovanni. So that's Giovanni. That's Giovanni. So Giovanni's our winner this morning. Congratulations. Let me take down your name and number one time to pass on to the powers that be. So all the other winners from, I wonder if I pass on Tuesday or not, all boy, but all our winners, I will pass on the information today for sure. And then you can be contacted.
Y'all see what I does have to contend with it. All right.
Giovanni, let me write on Giovanni first because that's the one in front of me, and then I'll look for the others while we say good morning and officially welcome our guest to this morning
Reverend and ready
program.
To go.
Yes, and I'm going to, introduce him. Good morning to our guest this morning, Mr. Joseph Kador. He is one of our... Joseph, what's your official title in GBN? Man, you know what? Jack of all trades, because Joseph in everything. Jack of all trades, and he's here to talk about the return of the Maggie King of the Grill, which comes back June 4th, 2022, Montrouge playing field. Good morning, Joseph. All I seen is your shoulder.
Joseph, that shirt got good. I'm looking for any imperfection in that shirt, and I couldn't find it.
No, man, why feed that
I know you always meet the people, you know. I know you always meet the people.
Why feed that iron that shirt?
Come on, team with a rapper shirt.
Good morning, Abby, because I know it's you that iron that shirt, not Joseph that iron.
I'm looking for all the imperfection, but I couldn't find one, not even a crease, no way. What I tell you.
Good morning, Joe.
You want to find a keep face.
Appreciate your appearance this morning. Thanks for waking up this goodly Friday morning. Is the Maggie King of the Grill. Share some information with us. Where are we in the planning? I know you briefly mentioned it yesterday on To The Point, but just update us on what's been taking place so far.
Well, good morning to your listeners of the Good Morning Show, where we were those here at home across the region. Indeed, it's a pleasure being here with you. The Maggie King of the Grill, we are steaming along quite nicely. We continue to dot the I's, cross the T's. I think we can safely say, in terms of the core of the event, which is the registration for grillers and so on, we're almost there with that. What we're doing now is just fine-tuning plans in terms of the layouts on the ground. We continue to have meetings, consultations with our stakeholders. That took place as late as yesterday. And so we can safely say that things are where we want it to be. We just continue to tighten the bolts on everything. As you can well appreciate, we've had a hiatus. We've had a break for 2 years, 3 years. And as such, we just need to make sure we get back where we were to the pre-COVID period of organizing the events. But certainly the event, it is set to go. Most of the systems are at go for what is going to be a really, really, really exciting family fun event on the 4th of June, Blossom.
I agree. I'm anticipating some deliciousness taking place at the Montrouge playing field. And Maggie is on board with us this year. Once again, we thank them for being the title sponsors.
Yes, indeed. Maggie has continued to show their support to the event. I mean, certainly you can well appreciate, given the nature of the product as it is. It is what we use. I think it is, for one, it's a household name. I think anybody that doesn't know the name Maggie, well, they would come to appreciate it through the King of the Grill, the Maggie King of the Grill. And as such, they continue to give us the unwavering support. We say thanks to them. We say thanks to companies like Huggins that continues to come on board and be part of this really grand family fun event. I think certainly they understand and appreciate what it offers, not just to their products, the products that they offer at the company, and helping to assist with expanding their brand. But certainly what the event does for family. It's a family fun event. That's the way that we dub it. It's not just about the grilling. There's also the entertainment for the kids, the bouncing castle, the go-kart racing, the different vendors as well. So when you come on the day, Blossom, it's not just about having barbecue. There would be scores of different vendors on the ground, and certainly it sets the tone for quite an appetizing and family, a warming of hearts, getting together. I think a lot of people are probably just more excited, more with the idea of being able to come together after not being able to socialize for quite a bit.
Joe, I'm having trouble seeing your handsome face. Just close the door behind you. I know you want a fresh breeze, but it's taking all the light over your, or is at your left shoulder? There's a door open, so just close it so I can see that handsome face. Still, okay, it's a little better, but it's still dark.
Jeez.
That is it right there, man, Joe. That's it right there. There we go.
Yes, Blossy, here am I.
Here you are. So, Joe, the competition, there are 4 categories for the grillers this year, right? Tell me what the 4 categories are.
So, there is chicken, fish, beef, and there is others. And others is what allows for the creativity. I know Gary is not into meat, so certainly Gary would want to expose some of those culinary elements of his that he seemed to keep so private for so long. So there's the other category which allows for people to just decide to get creative. Some people decided they're going to grill a crayfish and any other thing, but it allows for creativity. And the truth is, that's what the event is really and truly about. I mean, when we sat down and we envisioned it years ago, as we looked at it, we've seen it blossom. We've started toying with the idea that maybe
no pun intended.
Too late.
Too late, Gary. Too late, Gary. You're missing the train by a mile.
I'll take it already.
Yeah, I mean, we are hoping one day, guys, that we can make this a regional affair, and it is turning out to be that. I'm not sure if you remember. I think either when one of the winners we've had over the years actually traveled in. He came in the island the Saturday morning, competed, and he left. You know, the guy he's from Barbados, Jamaica, sorry, and he says he saw this program for years, and he told himself, you know what, I am coming to Grenada just to be part of King of the Grill. Flew in the evening, participated, left the night on a plane back home, and that's what the program is about. We've had individuals that have won the program, the event, just coming to have fun with their friends. And I think that's what we want people to do. Not to get all worked up about, you know what, this, that, the other. But I think people should see that as the grillers in particular should see it as an opportunity to expand on their craft and add some professionalism. Because you will well appreciate, Blossom and Gary, that there's a team of judges that we get every year that is the best across the industry. We've had judges in the past from institutions like the University Club, and some of the best of the best hotels on the island. So why do we say we call for the everyday grillers? We don't just call for the everyday judges. We're able to meet, critique, give suggestions as to how these participants can bring out their A game, not just on the day, but thereafter.
Yeah, man.
And
you know, Blossom, I think I'll make an interesting judge since I don't eat the thing.
Gary, you do not qualify.
So, well, how will you judge if you don't
I could judge based on aesthetics. You know what I mean?
Nah.
What do you mean?
Don't try to tie me up.
That brings a unique angle to the whole thing, you know?
You see, Blossom, you know what I'm actually thinking?
What
that
thinking?
Deep dug inside, while Gary he tells us publicly he does not eat meat. I think there's a yearning and a craving from the deep recesses of his soul. Let me enjoy.
Yeah, just say you want to eat piece of meat, but I don't want to make it obvious. I mean,
I want to judge. I want to judge based on presentation. You know, the kind of pride that people would put into their work. I don't have to taste it. I just judge it based on presentation.
You have to taste
Gary,
it.
But in fact, Gary, that is in fact one of the criteria.
There you go, Samuel.
So that's presentation. You know, so we can probably get Gary to be the one that makes that evaluation just on the premise of the presentation. Yeah. He's not going to taste it.
You win already?
You win already.
I cannot.
And you can well assume, Gary, that you can taste the quality, well, you can assume the quality of a product, maybe from the smell, the aroma.
There you go. Even that too.
Right. So a guy maybe you make an interesting point, but you would have to taste.
I will be judging on all the senses except taste.
Interesting.
I find it so funny. I just find it so... Oh, great Lord.
I think Gary just want an excuse to come and balance in those people places. And be
you just never know.
You don't want to look out when his friends see him.
Out.
When they see him, they say, "Hey, Gary, boy, I see you in King of the Grill. I know he's meet that down there. Him,
no,
I was just asking as a judge."
Exactly. You think he's slick? Oh, great. And Joe, this year we have some added attractions as well, things for the kids, as well as one of the things me and Gary looking forward to, the karaoke competition.
Well, indeed, every year we try to add a new element to the event. There's always the events for the kids. We can also tell you that many of the sponsors, they do come prepared to offer specials on the day. So I think persons the likes of the Huggins, they traditionally come to offer specials on the day. One of the sponsors that is only yesterday we were fine-tuning plans for them, Country Cole, and Country Cole, they come in a wide array of products. So certainly they would be looking to make some offerings on the day, understanding that it is difficult times economically, and certainly it's not just about partnering with the GBN, but ensuring that the general public, they get a chance to give back in some way, form, or fashion. So yes, that would be an element of it. There is the addition, the attractions for the kids, the mountain castle, the face painting, all those elements. And then later on in the evening, Blossom, there is the karaoke competition. And we want to do it vintage style. Some have argued that karaoke has some treat karaoke as though it's some special hybrid concert. Mm-hmm. No, we want the raw talent. We want Gary, after he's finished, water down his stomach with meat. I know he's watered down his stomach with meat, because you will tell him he's not meat. That he comes and he lends his voices to the number of different participants. So certainly that would be an element that we can look forward to. You sing, you collect your prize money right there and then, and you scoot. So we invited persons to register. Really come in to register before the day, because we don't want on the day that you're in a quandary trying to figure it out. We encourage you to register before the event, and certainly so that we could know in advance who's participating, and so on the day we can have a smooth running of the event.
Do we still have space? How many spaces do we have available for people who want to compete?
Well, what I would tell you, I don't want to guess. The spaces are running out. They are running out. So what I would suggest that you do today, you're hearing the appeal. Give us a call, 440-2446, 440-3033. Ensure that you come out and be part of this culinary masterpiece, this family fun-filled event set for the 4th of June at Montrouge.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add, Joe?
Just that you keep the date in mind, really and truly. Planet is going to be a whole day affair, so it's not a case where you have to worry about what time I'm going to get there. We have permission to be there late into the night. We are going to make provisions for sanitization, understanding that we're still within a pandemic. While we've had a lifting of the restrictions and such, we understand that we still, as a corporate entity, we still have to play our part in managing. So we would be taking all efforts to do that. It's going to be a full day. So whether you want to come early in the noon, collect and go, or you will probably want to come later in the evening. But certainly we say to you, wherever you plan your day, Friday, you do what you have to do. Wake up Saturday morning, you say a good prayer, and then you'll find yourself down at Montrouge for that glorious experience that is put on by the GBN, the Maggie King of the Grill.
Lovely, boss. Looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Can't wait myself.
All right. Any questions? Any further questions, Smooth?
No, I can't wait either. I'll be there. I'll be there for the lime.
And the judging?
And the side,
a little bit of
judging.
So Gary, what if we blend up some pork and a nice some mango sauce for you?
I still say no to that. I got me one of my friends who will be barbecuing down there. He'll be barbecuing some watermelon for me.
Yeah, Gary.
Which, by the way, is a delicacy.
I suggest to you hold on to your plate carefully, because I think we might find a way to mix a couple of veggies, blend it in for you into a nice pork lettuce delight smoothie.
Now, man, Joey, you're overdoing the thing now. No. Time for it to
Joseph,
yeah.
later.
Go on. Go and get ready to come to work, because you see me and you this only Friday morning. Go with God. Jesus loves you.
This kind of taunting on this Friday is enough. Is enough.
Have a good one.
Right, Joe.
Take care.
Yeah, man.
Oh, great.
Actually, barbecue watermelon is a thing, eh?
I've heard about it. I've never tried it, but I've heard about barbecue watermelon.
When it is barbecued, would you believe it or not, that red area becomes chewy, really chewy and rubbery, like kind of like a steakish kind of consistency.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if the person who's barbecuing watermelon for you has extra, I would try it at Monrouge.
Actually, there isn't anyone. I was lying. I'm hoping someone would, volunteer. So if all are listening.
How weak. Oh,
yes. Great. Barbecue watermelon for me. Thank you. Thank you.
And you said it with such conviction. I get catch. I ain't gonna lie. But that's a good idea, though. The people who are competing in the creative category, there's an idea. Some barbecue fruit. Barbecue watermelon. Yeah, okay. All right. See, look, Gary giving all the ideas. So you can compete in any of the 4 categories: chicken, seafood, pork, or most creative. Remember, it's Monrouge Playing Field, June 4th. Come on down. It starts at 12 noon and we go in until police say it's time to go home. We have bouncing castle, go-kart, face painting, horseback riding, and so much more for the kids. For the adults, of course, the food. We have the karaoke competition. The winner can get $500 cash on the SPOT spot. So thank you once again to Maggie. Timmy, give me a little full screen there, please. I'm gonna show off Maggie products.
Show off the thing.
Yeah.
No Ingrid. I don't eat fish barbecue either. Sorry.
You don't eat fish? You don't eat seafood at all?
No.
So no. Oh, okay. Now bye.
Nah, Rastaman don't deal with them things. So.
Okay, well then I'm convinced I can't live that life. I thought you eat a little seafood, a little fish now, but nothing. What? All right. Well, thank you to Maggie, the secret of great flavor, for being our title sponsors for the King of the Grill once again. Bless up all yourselves, Maggie Seasoning. They have so many more products. They have hold on. Let me show off. I can't have, look, we have seasoning here, green seasoning, we have spicy flavor, they have original, they have fish seasoning, they have pepper sauce, they have the chicken noodle, how they call it, bouillon? I can't pronounce it. All I know is it tastes good. Bouillon. Well, thanks for that. But get yourself some Maggie products today. And thank you to all our other partners for King of the Grill, Matook's Barbecue Sauce, Fruta, Rubis, Calico Supermarkets, Dasani Water. Thank you very much to all of you.
That bottle up there, like if it's personal possession, it's this splitting that in.
I'm hoping as soon as the camera cut off, I can go with that bottle. If you like, chip it, junk us over, mind my business. Thank you, Maggie. All right, Timmy, to bring back 7:31. You know what? Let's get some music, and then we're going to get into some discussions. Y'all know we like those discussions. I love when we can go ahead. So let's see, what music will we go into? Gary, what are we going to whet our appetites with at the moment?
We got a few options here. Where shall we go? Can I leave this one up to you?
Okay, sure, fair enough. That means I'm going to go to one of my favorite local artists, Sabrina Francis. She continues to share her talent with us, and not just pulling out music, but I love when she comes through with the
by
videos.
The way, she's about to debut her. Well, she's about to release her newest song. It's called Cocoa Tea. It's not yet released, but it would be by midday today.
Ooh,
so y'all look out for that. Go up on her YouTube channel if you want to be one of the first to check that video out.
I can't wait. In the meantime, let's take in some Million Moments, Sabrina Francis, this morning.
A million moments. I'd hoped to make 1 million more, but now time has no value, 'cause you'll never come through that door again. My time is over. I give 1 million of all.
Sabrina Francis, Million Moments. That young lady is so very talented. When you hear your voice, you know that's a Sabrina song. I love it. Bless up yourself. It's another banger. And I like the visualization. Keep up the talented work. Keep it up. Looking forward to Cocoa Tea today.
Cocoa tea.
Cocoa tea.
Have you had it lately?
No, you know. It's been a little while. My husband he doesn't like the smell. So every time I'd have cocoa tea, I'd go upstairs by mommy.
You don't like the smell of cocoa tea?
Yeah, he doesn't. It makes him say, he grew up, picking cocoa and making the cocoa balls. So I guess he gets tired of the smell from young boy days. So he doesn't like the smell. So I can't make it home. I can't make it downstairs. I'd go upstairs by mommy. And it's been a while since mommy made cocoa tea.
Yeah, you don't know what he's missing.
Yeah, he does think up his
forgot
face.
what he's missing.
Maybe. So, mommy, this is a hint. Some cocoa tea. Set up yourself right tomorrow. Please, a lot is Saturday. Some cocoa tea. All right, I'll put it on blast. Let everybody hear. People will ask, they will ask if you make the cocoa tea. So I suggest you get on it. All right, let's go. Discussion time. Where you want to start?
We're just going to run some slides for those of you viewing us on Facebook Live. TAMCC has shifted gears into the protest, and the students have joined them now. So we see that there is no end to that, at least not within our sights.
And I like the support the students are given to their lecturers, the people who actually come to class and teach them. I think even the children are seeing that they deserve the raises, they deserve the increment payments, and now the students have joined the battle, joined the fight. So anytime anytime students join in the battle, then you know the thing tough. Kudos to the students.
Support.
Yeah,
man.
Kudos to the students standing up with their teachers.
All the good luck. I mean, the fight is real, the struggle is real. Yeah, I mean?
Yes, it is.
So y'all keep up the fight, and I hope that you all get something out of this protest. And speaking about protests, there's another one today. It's like Grenada will become the Isle of Protest. I don't know what's going on with us lately.
Lord, let it not be as volatile as last week's, Heavenly Father.
Fingers crossed, y'all. They are going down to ground zero, from what I understand.
Yes, they're going to Coast Guard base this morning. The family of family and friends of Kimon Bell. The second protest, Justice for Bell. It takes place this morning. I'm not exactly sure of the time, but it takes place this morning at Coast Guard, in front Coast Guard in True Blue St. George. So please let it not be a repeat of last week. Last week,
you all know how last week went down already. We don't want it to escalate. We don't want none of that to happen. We anticipate that police will be on standby, given what happened last week.
Now you're going to the base of one of our security outfits, so security should be tighter.
Y'all, let's maintain the peace. The police that's there would be there just to do their job.
Exactly.
To ensure that peace is maintained. So y'all don't feel intimidated, don't feel threatened because the police and maybe even the armored colored guys, camouflage guys turn up. Don't feel threatened. They are only there to maintain law and order.
They're there to ensure the peaceful protest remains peaceful. So please let it remain peaceful. Last week, personally, I feel like the message was lost in all the chaos and all the fighting and the drama. The message of Justice for Bell was lost last week.
Unfortunately.
And the story became, why are we so confrontational? So this week, let it stick to Justice for Bell, which is what the protest is.
You don't want that kind of image be, aligned with
what you're doing, exactly.
With the deceased. All right, so please, let's represent him better than that.
And this is an opportunity for you to show that we really can be peaceful in our protests, and you never know, after the second time, if it gets volatile, hopefully not, the police might just say, okay, no more protests. We ain't have time for that.
No more
Too much drama. So if you want to keep it going peacefully. Yeah man. That's our warning and plea this morning. Let it not get as volatile as last week.
Well, it seems like the police have a lot on their plate lately, you know.
Telling me.
Boy.
I don't know what
if it's not this Coast Guard situation. Huh?
It's
it is the sexual misconduct within the RGPF. All right. So from one to the next, audio.
From one to the next. Let's take in this story.
Let's take in this one on the sexual misconduct within the RGPF. Let's hear what the commissioner has to say about that. Maybe we can get your feedback, get your thoughts, because this one is a little bit touchy.
Yes, it is.
Well, no, probably shouldn't say that. Anyway.
Let's take in a new story, and then we're going to come back and talk a little bit about it.
In the absence of the media, he explained the outcome of that engagement.
I also announced at that meeting the formation of a focal point of 3 senior women. The lone superintendent female, which is the most senior female in the police force, the head of the special victims unit, and our staff officer, all of whom are female. This focal group has been advertised in the meeting for the females as the reference point and the go-to point to report any incident of ongoing issues of harassment or even instances in the past.
Who looks into the wrongdoings of the police? Shouldn't there be an independent body to investigate matters involving colleague officers? The question was posed to Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin during Thursday's media brief, as the concern of transparency with allegations of sexual misconduct was brought to the fore.
To date, I do not know, and I have not had any challenges anywhere about the weakness, the inappropriateness, the incompleteness, or the lack of competencies by our investigators. I think our investigators has done an admirable job in investigating all matters brought before them, including matters against police officers. Said that, I do know in public spheres and in many other jurisdictions the issue of having independent investigation of the police. I think that is a fashionable thing that person has, and maybe it has some sense, and I've said this before, some sense of merit in looking into it, but I cannot say that looking into it has merit because the police investigations have been deficient.
This follows recent reports of allegations by female officers who claim they feel violated by acts of sexual misconduct or harassment by some of their male colleagues. The head of police admits that there have been instances of such acts.
The cases that I've referred to, the cases that persons are suspended for such acts, are junior officers. And I believe that those cases, notwithstanding the claim that the matter has not been addressed in the police force, might be carried by the very said media houses that is saying that the matter has not been addressed. In the engagement with my females yesterday, they did indicate in some way of instances involving senior officers.
Dating back to 8 years ago, action of inappropriateness by the police came under the microscope, with some being prosecuted for violations.
To date, and dating back from 2014, a total of 8 officers have been charged with criminal-related incidents of sexual crimes, two of which are internal. Of those 8 cases, 4 have been concluded by the court and officers have been dismissed, one of whom is serving a sentence at Her Majesty's prison.
The focus group will also be tasked with the training of officers on what is expected, accepted, and not accepted within the Royal Grenada Police Force. Christelina John, GBN News.
So that was the story from yesterday with Commissioner Martin speaking of the reports of sexual harassment and misconduct committed by some officers against female officers. Gary, what's your take on this one? And viewers and listeners, this is where we're going to invite you to, participate and share your thoughts on the issue. Listen to me, respectfully. We're gonna be kind. We're gonna be nice. And share your thoughts. So you can call us on the landline, you can WhatsApp us, post it on the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Yes, Gary, what's your thoughts on this whole debacle?
Well, his response to the question about should the police be investigating this situation, I thought was a little bit, I'm not too much buying that, his excuse, I always believe in the old adage within the law fraternity that justice must not just only be seen.
It might not just appear to be done, but it must be done.
Or appear to be done.
Yeah.
But it must be perceived as well. All right? Yeah. If I'm not going verbatim here, but something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah. I'm trying to remember how it goes exactly, but something like
Justice
that.
Justice must not only be seen, but must be perceived. Something along those lines. But you know what you catch the gist, right?
Yeah. Y'all know what we're saying. Y'all know what we're saying.
You know what I'm trying to say. Go ahead.
I was going to say I too have reservations about police investigating their brethrens, because it's a fraternity. By now everybody knows everybody. So, or you know somebody who knows somebody, so the influence might be
you
there.
Can't tell me because a few people were sent home and a few people were fired, one is in Richmond Hill, that means that you're doing a perfect job as far as dealing with the situation is concerned.
Exactly. It may not be a fair investigation. That's how it appears. Yeah. It may just be a genuine investigation and you have the correct findings or whatever it is, but for us looking in, we gonna have some reservations. We gonna be like, you sure? We gonna be like, really? Yeah. Even his part about the investigation showed that it was junior officers harassing and assaulting.
Yeah, he stressed on that, and then later on still mentioned seniors.
Even that made me go, Senior officers, I'm not saying all are dirty. I'm just saying I just feel like there's one or two.
After you come down hard there and the juniors, man, it's like, them juniors and them boy, they always with their stupidness.
Only them constables, yeah, sure, Mr. Commissioner.
Yeah, we have
we have a caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning to you.
How are you do?
I'm alright.
All right. So
how are you?
I'm good too.
Right.
So just briefly share your thoughts.
I too share your views. I do not think it's a right thing for any police officer to be harassing any worker sexually. And so I think it's totally wrong. You are junior police or senior police, it's totally wrong. But we still too, some of the women have to hold their dignity. A lot of women let down their dignity and cause what happened. I'm not saying that it's right to do it, but a lot of women let down their own dignity. You have to deport yourself as a woman and respect yourself. And in a lot of cases, women do not respect themselves. But it doesn't give the police any right to do it. And I do not believe in the police examining their own self, trying their own self. I don't think it's right. I think they should have a committee set up that should be able to look into police complaints. Right. I do not believe in it. But at the same time, I'm saying that people must conduct themselves. And you will find that human beings are, men place question to women and things. Right. Sexual harassment is a natural thing. It happens. It is not right, but it happens.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. The part about the women cause it kind of, put me a little on pause.
Yeah. In a situation like that, we can't turn around and point fingers
but
at
I think the difference is in reference to the women who do not respect themselves. I agree with that part. There are women who do not carry themselves to be respected, if that makes sense. I do agree with that part. However,
yeah, definitely. You gotta carry yourself better than that. But listen, if a woman were to walk down the street naked, that still does not give you a right to sexually assault or rape a woman.
Big facts. Big facts.
I understand, and I stand strongly by that.
No is no, no matter what she wearing, what she not wearing, no is no. And I mean, I just find, you know what? Let me not go down that road. That'll just lead to the next conversation. Somebody on WhatsApp says, Mr. Top Cop, this is too much now. Police should not investigate police, especially lower ranks investigating their bosses. Time to change that mentality and save our women from sexual harassment by their superiors. Do it now. Time for Gino and Grenada Women's Inc. to stand up. Women, let's take it over and go all out to ensure our female officers are respected. Top Cop, you are. I would leave out that part. This has been going on since the 80s and 90s, and some female officers stood up to their bosses. Officers, stand up. Stand up to your bosses.
Yeah. This is 2021.
22.
This is...
You're going back in time, man.
Yeah, this is 2022, man. This is the time where you see the time women empowerment. You know, women are standing up now. They are holding leadership positions. We are not in the olden days where, you know, women were made to have a seat and be quiet and sit down. We have come to a stage in life where we understand the worth of a woman and the importance of a woman in society. All right, which by many means outweighs the contribution of men. But you know, women shouldn't be taking this anymore.
Amen.
You know, there is a platform for you to raise your voice, so go ahead and raise your voice, and let's, you know, stamp out the demons wherever they might be lurking. Get rid of them. You know, so speak up. Which brings me to my next thought. Blossy, I was thinking throughout all of this, it ain't easy. It ain't easy living being a woman in these streets today.
It ain't. It's not easy. I agree with you though that we are starting to feel more empowered, especially with the onset of the Me Too movement abroad. More women are speaking out and coming forward with the information, although there's still the stigma and there's still the hesitancy. But being a woman is not easy. But I'll say this: is some men, and even some women too, they treat you like you feel so objectified. And I remember there was not even once, but just last weekend, not weekend gone, one before it. A man was passing. He said, "Whoa, miss, you're looking nice. You're looking for a husband." I said, "No, Mr. Man, I already have it." He said, "Forget he." And in my mind, I'm like, that don't sounding right. That don't making me feel like I ain't thing. That just sounds disrespectful to my husband. And it's like, you can't really, no matter what you have on, is either a man sipping here. Yes, this morning I come into work, a man, for the morning, sweetheart, he call me by honey or something. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm driving you walking. What make you feel I'll stop? But other than that, allow me now. This 5 o'clock in the morning, ease me.
I feel you. I definitely feel you. Men don't know how to treat women.
Yeah, man.
You know? They don't know how to compliment women. And we see this happening in the workplaces. So it's sad that female police officers have to go through this. So, of course, we hope that this thing comes to an end.
Imagine you're trying to keep law and order outside and inside on the same job.
Yeah.
The law and order that the people who should be upholding the law and order are the ones breaking it.
She's ranking on the inside.
Good morning to all the female officers, whichever department you work in. Bless up yourselves, hold a strain, and while it may be a daunting task, speak up. Whether it's to a colleague, Mr. Commissioner, speak up. Address it. Let's fight it. You don't have to sit and stand it. You can speak up and get out from
and
under
they're afraid
it.
to lose their job. They are put between a rock and a hard place. You know, this kind of position women are put in is unfortunate, but hey.
It's time we start to.
There's more to. Other more people say there's more to this than meets the eye. There's more. What about the matter again? More
in the peso.
I'm depending on you here, man. You know them old people slang, man.
I know it, but now I'm feeling like I don't know it. There's something in the mortar besides the peso. Okay, all right.
There you go.
That took me a while. I apologize. That took me a while. There's something in the mortar besides the
peso.
All right. Ooh, okay.
We're moving on. And final chit chat here. Job opportunities coming to Grenada pretty soon. So you all get ready. If you guys are interested in going on cruise ship and you know what I mean, that kind of thing there, seeing the world, discovering different ports.
Yeah, a cruise ship. They're having a job fair. I'm trying to remember the date off the top of my head, you know. But it's
play the clip now.
A 3-day job fair. Let's play the clip from Master Control. Alright, Master Control ain't ready for us yet. But it's a job fair coming to Grenada. Just trying to.
I think it's sometime next week. What today is? Today is Friday?
Friday, yes.
Yeah, so sometime next week I think they're going to be here for a couple of days. They are trying to get over 2,000 people throughout the Caribbean and possibly more.
Okay, I think the clip ready for us now. Go ahead.
On Tuesday, May 3rd, the initiative was conducted by Mampa Employment Agency. Senior news correspondent Cecil Actil has more.
Hundreds of people descended on the Castries City Council in hopes of finding jobs. Long queues were formed inside the town hall on Tuesday, May 3rd, as more than 1,000 job seekers turned out to register their interest in a recruitment day. More than 2,000 vacancies are available on cruise lines as part of a huge employment drive. The jobs available include front office, cooks, front of house roles, and bar work, among many other positions.
This initiative that you see that is going on at the town hall today, what happened is that we have one of the major cruise lines that we're recruiting for. We're doing 4 countries. So from Monday of next week, we will be in Grenada for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll be in Grenada, and also that same Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we should also be in Dominica. And we come back to interview St. Lucia and St. Vincent. St. Lucia, we will be interviewing May the 13th to the 15th, and St. Vincent, May the 13th to the 15th. At the moment, at this precise moment in time, we're looking to take about maybe 2,000 plus people from the Caribbean, and much more if we can get that as well.
The recruitment drive will also take place between May 9th and 15th in other islands. The initiative was hailed a tremendous success by Mampa Agency, who expect an increase in applicants post-COVID-19.
So that was a story. The cruise ship, people from the cruise ship, associated with the cruise ship, comes to the Spice Isle next week, God willing.
So if you know somebody, if you're not interested, but you know somebody who might be interested in seeking job opportunities on cruise ships, let them know.
And they're looking for people in different divisions as well. Chef, I'm trying to remember the poster, but different divisions.
Bartenders,
housekeeping,
front office.
So just apply, try your luck if that's one of your dreams. If you're seeking employment, take a part in the job fair. It will be held at, last time I don't give wrong information. Next thing off the top of my head, I'll look for the information and share it with you once I get it, because it's time for us to
thanks a lot to this Facebook. They hit us up with what I really wanted to say with the whole saying. There is more in the mortar besides the peso.
Yes.
There is more in the mortar besides. That's exactly what I meant to say. You know what I meant to say.
Just as a note, somebody on WhatsApp says the protest this morning is cancelled. I haven't seen the cancellation notice, but just in case, I'm saying it for what it's worth. But I'll seek confirmation on that.
To be honest, I'm not surprised.
Neither am I. But I'll seek confirmation. In the meantime, it's time for us to bid thee all a farewell. Those of you on our...
You know what I wanted to talk about before we leave, though? But we will talk about it next week. That media release from the...
Spice Mass Corporation?
Spice Mass Corporation. Yeah, that is worth some discussion, you know.
I agree. Don't worry, we'll talk about it next week when we have some more time.
Next week.
Yep.
We have a little more time. Yeah, because promoters, they're up in arms right now with this one, you know.
Yep. Yes, they are. Don't worry, we'll just... What miss you never pass you. We'll talk about it next week, please a lot. Thank you very much, Gary. Hot listeners, enjoy the rest of your Fantalocious Friday. Have yourselves a good weekend.
Indeed.
Same time, same place, Monday, God willing. Be safe. COVID-19 is out there. Employ your personal restrictions and protocols to stay safe.
Have a blessed day, everyone.
You do the same, Gary. Bye-bye.